What's up everybody, D-Man back, welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla -1 news roundup. In today's video we will be continuing our chronological journey through the development and release of Godzilla -1 and its subsequent sequel, or whatever Toho's next Godzilla movie winds up being, by talking about events that happened in November. And in this one we are going to be talking about an incredible Toho produced Godzilla short film that featured my Goji Godzilla -1 that you may or may not have heard about, but I think it is so cool. So I do want to highlight it. Let's jump into it. Starting out as usual, I want to show off some art. This first piece comes to us from Mashi Hyde, and this is their concept art Zilla piece. This is obviously throwing back to some of the concept art to Godzilla 1954. This looks incredible. This actually looks just like the original art piece. I think it is so awesome, so I wanted to show it off. I thought that this was great. A very underrated Godzilla design. It's so different. I think it's super cool. GNA posted this one of Godzilla -1 in the snow to celebrate the fact that it was snowing in Japan while they were making this piece. It is so cool. I love the mystique and atmosphere of it with Godzilla being shaded away. That is so awesome, and I always love GNA's artwork. This one was posted during the Godzilla -1 watch along, tagging director Takashi Yamazaki. If you don't know what that is, go check out my video discussing the alternate ending for Godzilla -1 that director Takashi Yamazaki revealed during the Godzilla -1 watch along. For now, look at this one. This is Happa 8 Michon's Leaf Zilla artwork. So cool, incredibly talented. I cannot believe that this is real. The amount of skill that it would take to create something like this is so impressive, and it turned out amazing. It looks so cool. I really love it. I'm really impressed with the way they did the eye most of all. That is so neat, and the way they've done the smoke. The whole thing is so cool, and it's such a pretty little picture too. I love this so much. This is crazy. This is Godzilla fan parents Godzilla Room. Oh my god. Look at that. First of all, they've got Godzilla door slides. That is so cool. Oh, I want those so bad. This giant door slides of Godzilla. Oh, it is so cool. And they've got posters all over the walls, calendars. They've got Godzilla merchandise everywhere. They've got all these beautiful figures. So many X Plus figures, it looks like. Love the plushies up top. Love the hat collection. There's so much going on in this. It's so cool. They've got more Godzilla door slides all over the place. And it's like they've got everything we talk about in these Godzilla -1 news and updates, whether it be the calendars or the clock or whatever. They've got it all, including that jacket I really wanted. They've got everything. It is so cool. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. Actor Mio Tanaka, who plays Hota in Godzilla -1, posted about this as well, stating that he thought that this was just an incredible room and an incredible collection. Director of Godzilla -1 Takashi Yamazaki remembers fondly the Godzilla -1 ending reaction compilation of a bunch of American YouTubers watching the ending of Godzilla -1 and just sharing that he really appreciates that in those reaction videos. That's a lot of fun. He has previously shared his appreciation for trailer reactions, which is also really cool. I thought this was a lot of fun, but at the Yodobashi Camera Large store, there was a TV sale going on, and to demonstrate the power and brilliance of their TVs, they were playing Godzilla -1 clips. I thought that was pretty cool. Godzilla 1954 and Godzilla -1 shochu bottles were released. This is a type of alcohol kind of like sake, but these were released featuring Godzilla -1 and Godzilla 1954. I thought that was pretty neat. More Godzilla Battle Line keychains were released featuring Godzilla -1, as well as a couple other characters. In particular, I really like the Destroya one and the Hedorah one. Those both look awesome. Some Godzilla -1 key art panels were released. I don't know what these are made of. I think they're like metal, but these are panels for your walls featuring the key art from Godzilla -1, looking incredible. These look awesome and are probably in that dude's room from earlier. Mondo revealed their Godzilla -1 black and brown poster. This one turned out really well. This is awesome, featuring Godzilla stomping through Ginza right up to the train station. That is so cool. I love all the details of the people running away, the Waco clock tower in the background, all sorts of stuff going on here. It's super cool. Some Godzilla clothes were released from Toho, including some GMK, some Godzilla -1, and some Godzilla generic socks. Those are so cute. Those socks are so cute, but dude, the spines really stick up off the top. I get that those ones might be more like slipper socks, but that seems uncomfortable. I really love the -1 boxers though. That is so much fun. Burning Godzilla and Godzilla -1 face towels and hoodies were released. I really love the Burning Godzilla face towel, and then the Burning Godzilla hoodie is also pretty sick as well, but I love that face towel. That is so cool. Additionally, Burning Godzilla and Godzilla -1 were paired up for a couple of t-shirts. This Burning Godzilla shirt is incredible. I love it. I love the ink splatter. It's so beautiful. It's so cool. There's a Godzilla -1 one as well that's kind of like graffiti style with Godzilla King of the Monsters written on it in the pink and blue. I actually accidentally said we were going to cover these in the last Godzilla -1 news and updates, but now we're talking about them. Now we are. You can see these in the background at the Hibiya Mall when I was talking about that in the last Godzilla -1 news and updates. Village Vanguard, Big Camera Nagoya Station West, and Village Vanguard Shimokitazawa stores started to carry pop-up Godzilla stores. So we've been talking about how Toho was expanding the number of stores that carry Godzilla merchandise in the last couple Godzilla -1 news and updates. Now we're seeing some of these Godzilla displays. This one with the GMK head is so cool, and I love that shirt of Godzilla's mouth coming out of his hand. What is up with that? That's so cool. This one's got some Godzilla retro stuff here with Godzilla 1962 and a bunch of other stuff up there. That's awesome. I also love that they've got my buddy Shinji Nishikawa's book on sale. They've also got a lot of Godzilla plushies, including some Shin Godzilla plushies, which are for some reason brown. Also, like the Godzilla -1 plushie being brown. I don't understand that. But there's so much Godzilla merchandise popping up all over the place in Japan, and it's becoming more widely available than ever before. Including the Ito Yokaro X Godzilla event, which kicked off, featuring a Godzilla -1 statue, and a bunch of Godzilla merchandise and figures and apparel and all sorts of collectibles going on sale here. This is like a dream come true, man. These selections sometimes rival the Godzilla store itself. This is the X Plus Defo Real Godzilla Radiation Heat Ray version, which was revealed. It looks fantastic. I love the way they've done the blue in his mouth in particular. That looks really cool. But he's got translucent-ish spines with wonderful paint going from white to blue to dark blue. It looks incredible. I love the details, love the sculpt, and love the overall aesthetic of this thing. It turned out fantastic. The X Plus Godzilla, the big one, Radiation Heat Ray version, also released at this time at Godzilla the Art, which is a big Godzilla museum exhibit that opens up every now and again. Godzilla the Art carries a lot of suits and behind-the-scenes information on the films. I cannot believe that Toho did this, but the full Godzilla -1 statue at full human scale release, 3 units went up on sale on Amazon of all places on November 14th, 2024. This Godzilla stands at 7.5 feet tall. He is the Godzilla statue we have been talking about for over a year now, and he dropped for the low price of $42,325. I was a really good boy this year, and Santa did not bring me that thing, but maybe if I keep my fingers crossed, next year there will be a giant Godzilla 7 feet tall standing right here. There's a lot of open space right there for him. Look at how much open space there is. I don't know what I need to do to make Toho bite the $42,000 bullet on sending me one of these things, but I'll do it. I'll do it. And this leads us to the Godzilla short film, which was released. This short film was a 70th anniversary special. This was Tokyo Godzillas. It's a projection short film that premiered at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building on November 30th. It featured at least 3 screenings. I think they actually expanded the numbers, but at the time it was announced it was going to feature 3 screenings. The Tokyo Godzillas event screenings began on November 30th, 2024 at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building, one of the larger buildings in Tokyo, and a building that has been featured in Godzilla films a couple times, most notably in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. It's also featured in the first episode of Godzilla Ground Zero, a series in which I traveled to Tokyo to visit some of the Godzilla filming locations in real life. Godzilla 1954 made a special appearance on the 30th to celebrate. As I said, 3 screenings were held. I love this description, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I love that Toho uses that as well, that title that originally came from America, but Godzilla, King of the Monsters, 70 years of evolution. From Godzilla to Godzilla -1, Godzillas from the past will attack the streets of Tokyo. Their appearance at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building will be projected onto a giant screening, drawing viewers in with their limitless power. Don't miss the overwhelming finale where all Godzillas from the past come together. More like 6 or 7 Godzillas from the past, but still pretty cool. This event actually featured a combination of suitmation and CGI technology. Godzilla 1954 and I think maybe Godzilla 1995 both appear in suitmation form, but then they have CGI enhancements and are touched up using CGI as well. Other than that, Shin Godzilla and Godzilla -1 appear both in CGI, and then during the finale there's a couple other Godzillas that appear also using CGI. This was created with Shirow Ogami, the company that did Godzilla -1 and that won the Oscar for Best Visual Effects in 2023. The director of this, Kazuhiro Nakagawa, worked on both Shin Godzilla and Godzilla -1. In fact, Nakagawa studied under Shinji Higuchi, who was the co-director of Shin Godzilla, and Nakagawa was the assistant director on Shin Godzilla. He also has worked on the Godzilla Fest short films, Ultraman Blazer, and more. A teaser was posted by Wired JP featuring all the Godzillas doing their roars. It is so freaking cool. Look how enormous they are. They are huge. I believe they stand out 100 meters during their big close-up scenes. So cool. Godzilla 1954 then did arrive on the streets of the Tokyo Metro building. Sakuri Godzilla posted their angle, as did Good Guy, and so many others. As the event kicked off, Mr. Matt Frank, the artist behind Godzilla Rulers of Earth and many other Godzilla comics, posted the clip of Godzilla 1954, which started the event. Later on, Godzilla Fast posted a small segment of Burning Godzilla's attack and Shin Godzilla's attack. The Kaiju Kingdom shared Godzilla -1's big ending at the Tokyo Metro event, so freaking cool. And then Irizumi MK noticed later that Chibi Godzilla actually shows up at the very end pretty small and is late to do the Spitfire, late to do his little fire breath. One thing that I really love about that, first of all, is that you can get a scale of Chibi Godzilla, and while he's tiny, he's a lot bigger than you'd think. Like, in real life, if that dude was walking around, he'd be a lot bigger than you and me. He's huge. I thought that was a lot of fun, as the Godzillas that feature at the very end during the Big Atomic Breath finale are generally scaled accurately, although they're not 100% accurate. I think Shin Godzilla is a little small, but generally they are scaled accurately to each other. They're just standing at different heights, which is why -1 looks smaller than Godzilla 54. I also love that Chibi Godzilla is delayed at doing his little fire breath because it creates a really wonderful sound design once they all unleash their beams. My Goji then attacks doing this epic roar as the grand finale for the little short film. It is so cool. The Kaiju Kingdom as well as Sakuri Godzilla showed so many of the key photos from this, with wonderful photos of the event. So awesome. The full event was posted by Godzilla Not Alone on Instagram, so you can go check that out down below. And then this photo of all of the Godzillas lined up is from Kazuaki Kishida. I think my favorite Godzilla that appears during this is actually Burning Godzilla. Not only the way the steam comes off him is so cool, but the size and power of Burning Godzilla is so epic, as he is scaled about accurately in this clip. He also appears during what I think is maybe the coolest sequence, doing battle with the Super X3, which was awesome. Although Shin Godzilla appearing was cool as well, and all of them, I mean, they're all awesome. I do like Shin Godzilla's entrance with the beams going into the air though, that's so awesome. But yeah, I think Burning Godzilla is actually my fave of this. It's also kind of weird to see buildings projected onto another building. I think they're scaled right. I think that's how those buildings look in comparison, but it's hard to tell, you know. They have to change the scale of things for it all, but it is cool. I also like that you start with Godzilla 54 attacking the Ginza Waco building, and then at the end, Godzilla -1 comes out from the aftermath of the same building. So awesome. It's also clearly a reference to that scene from -1 where Godzilla walks away from the aftermath. So freaking cool, man. I would love to go to something like that. This isn't the only one they've done. This was actually the second time they did this event, and I believe another one screened, a third one screened as well. So this isn't the first time they've done this. In the Tokyo Metro building, it's used to do these giant light art displays every once in a while like this, or like kind of Blade Runner-y style. It's used for a lot of cool things. It's kind of what the Las Vegas Sphere wants to be. It's pretty awesome. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on that epic Godzilla 70th anniversary short film? I would love to hear it down below. Please comment and let me know. It's so freaking cool. Go check it out and show some love to the people that shared it with all of us. As always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. It is through the support of the patrons on Patreon that I'm able to continue to make videos like this in the first place for you. If you want to support the Patreon, you can use the link in the description below where you can get early access to content, access to the Discord community, and more. If not, maybe check out the YouTube members thing. It's a new thing YouTube has been begging me to do, so I activated the feature. It'll grant you access to special channel badges, it'll make it much easier for me to see your comments, and it'll also give you access to some custom emojis that I have now. So go check it out. It's such a direct way to support the channel, and I really appreciate it. Big thank you to Laura Hertzman for being the first person to support the YouTube members feature. They're also one of my patrons, and I really appreciate them. Thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time for the next one. D-Man, out.